Welcome back to another video. My name is Callan and I'm currently reacting to every single A24 film in order. Today, however, I want to show off my most recent trip to Los Angeles, where I got to visit a couple filming location spots from A24 films, as well as I got to see Oasis in concert. I previously released a couple smaller videos featuring some of the filming locations. Please check those out if you haven't already seen them on my YouTube channel, but this will be my full LA vlog. Alright everybody, I made it to Los Angeles. I'm currently in California. First stop for my filming locations, we are at the famous Randy's Donuts. So many movies were filmed here, but of course because this is an A24 channel, A Glimpse into the Mind of Charles Swan III was filmed here, the first A24 film. This is where the character was getting some beluga caviar.
He's the best beluga from Caspian Sea. I brought him myself.
It is pretty early and I didn't really have breakfast. I might grab a donut to start my day. Looks like they have a collab with Hot Ones. That should be interesting. I might actually get one of the fall essentials though. I realize I probably should get a selfie with the donut here. It's so difficult to get it in frame, but there it is, Randy's Donuts. Also got one of the apple donuts. I'll open it in the car. I love how many people are coming out here to take a picture of the donut. This is the donut that I ended up getting. It's called the Apple Crondie, one of the fall essentials. This thing is massive. It was $3.20 for it. I already know I'm gonna make a mess of this thing, but let's try it. I love the apple flavor. My donut of choice is normally an apple fritter, so this is really tasty. Very good way to start the morning. I'm currently at Griffith's Observatory, or not quite yet. I have to hike up to Griffith's Observatory. The parking lot up there was full. It was all paid parking. I was willing to pay, but even that was full. So I'm at the free parking zone, way at the bottom of the hill. Gotta hike all the way up to the top. This should be fun. I should have known that it was gonna be busy today because it is a Saturday, and of course here in California, the weather's beautiful. I must say the good thing about me doing this hike is that I can burn off that donut that I ate. I'm probably also gonna eat a ton of other unhealthy food on my trip, so might as well get at least one good workout in. Since we still got a bit of ways to the top, I might as well talk about the filming location here. My goal here is to try and meet the homeless king. This is in reference to Under the Silver Lake.
I'm the homeless king.
So once we get to the top, we have to rub Dean's head and then wait under Newton.
Rub Dean's head and wait under Newton.
The crazy part about me doing this hike is that I'm probably only gonna spend 10 seconds up here. Just gotta get a shot of me rubbing James Dean and then sitting under Isaac Newton. All right, we made it. Made it to the top of Griffith's Observatory. It's so crazy seeing all these people here. When they shot the movie, Andrew Garfield was all alone. I'm worried I'm gonna look like a fool in front of all these people touching James Dean. I gotta do it for the video. Also up here, there's a really nice view of the Hollywood sign. That's a lot higher than I anticipated. I don't even know if I can reach the top of his head. Here we have it. Yeah, this is really high. Oh, there's more info on the back. Let's see, I got it. I touch his head. All right, time to wait under Newton. Step one is complete. Time to head over to the Isaac Newton statue.
Galileo. Kepler. Where are you? Newton.
We have Copernicus, Galileo, circle around Kepler, and then this should be it. There we have it, Newton. Oh no, keep off planted areas. Dang it. Well, I guess I'm not able to do it. I'm not able to go sit right over there. Still really cool to be here in person. I'm so close. Just let me sit there. No one's watching, right? Darn you, sign. I guess since I'm up here as well, let's get a selfie with the Hollywood sign. I think that's it. Can't tell, it's super blurry. Right here where that bus is, and then to the right some is where I parked. So got quite the hike back down. As I make my way back down to the car, sadly no homeless king. Probably because I wasn't able to sit underneath the statue. That darn sign. Anyways, I think the next place that I'm going to also involves a hike. Hopefully it's not as strenuous as this one. So this next spot that I'm at, I actually should have started here because the parking is a lot worse than over at the observatory. Probably gonna have to do another decent hike here. So I'm here in the Ferndale Trail area. Trying to figure it out. This all looks pretty familiar. What I'm trying to find is the walkway or exterior shots leading up to Andrew Garfield's apartment. The tricky part though is this place is massive. Really could be anywhere. But I do like seeing these, because you do see these in the movie. I totally found it. This is the area. This is the underpass that he crosses under. And then you can see all of the rock work on the side and then this roped off area. And then you can also see that bench in a couple of the shots.
Is there a good time for us to meet?
Sure, of course. I'm actually drawing.
And then from the back view, this is where Andrew Garfield's character starts heading towards.
Hi, one of the guys at the bookstore gave me your number. He said you wanted to talk to me.
Imagine living in an apartment and having to do this walk every day. It's a nice walk. But crazy to imagine where you would have to park and then do this walk every night, especially late at night, like his character did. I'm glad I was able to find this spot pretty quickly. Also, the hike wasn't as bad from the parking lot either, so that was good. One last look at the bench and the overall trail before moving on to the next location. So if any of you are trying to find the location just across this building here, or that intersection, come down here. We'll find this sign. It's the Lower Ferndale. Actually, on pedestrian bridge, you would go out here and then down underneath the pedestrian bridge. All of this walking is making me super hungry. I think the next place that we're stopping off at is a cafe. I might get something small because we are going to a restaurant later on today. I actually got 2 restaurants on this filming locations video. Turns out I lied about the cafe being next. The next spot is actually the conspiracy theorist / author's house. Luckily for this location, I don't have to hike or anything. I was able to park on the street right next to the house. And there we have it, the house itself. You can recognize it by all of the bars and cages in the front, windows and doors. Also, check out that view of Griffith's Observatory. That was also featured in the movie, where you could see both the house as well as the observatory up top. Really great view. Hard to imagine that I was up there. Let me walk by, get a slightly closer look. Hopefully no one's home. I don't want to be too intrusive. There it is. I'm in front of the house. Alright, now time for the cafe. I was not expecting to have to hike to this place. There was no parking around the entire cafe. It actually looks super busy. Don't know how comfortable I will be filming in there, but gotta get the shots. Also, since I've been up since 3:45 a.m., probably gonna get a coffee while I'm there. I guess since we have some time before I actually make it to the cafe, I'm gonna talk about the actual filming location. This is another one from Under the Silver Lake. This is the opening scene where on the window they had Beware the Dog Killer. This is the window where it says mustard seed on it that had Beware the Dog Killer, and then you can recognize these 2 buildings on the outside of that window. Also, when we pan this way, you also recognize Jenny's Ice Cream. That was quite the busy place. Anyways, coffee has been acquired. This is a iced vanilla latte. Just over $8 for this thing. I must say though, that is probably one of the best vanilla lattes I've ever had. It might just be due to the fact that I've been up since 3:45 a.m. I've been hiking and walking a ton. Also, I stopped drinking coffee. I haven't had coffee in weeks. So this is really hitting the spot. Might actually be worth the $8. I'll have to come back and try the food one of these days. It always makes me so happy when I'm able to find a good parking spot and not have to walk far. I might actually hike up a little bit further to get a better view of the stadium itself. While I do that, this is where in Under the Silver Lake, Andrew Garfield's character was chasing the 3 girls, and then those weird numbers started appearing on the scoreboard. So this is the stadium. I'm having trouble finding the scoreboard. Hopefully they didn't get rid of it. But this is where his car was parked. Sadly, there's no good way for me to film it. I might switch over to my iPhone, see if I can zoom in on it. Alright, zooming in. That is the scoreboard. No crazy numbers though. I do not know how to pronounce this, but we are on the street currently. So this street here was also used as the exterior of the apartment. Instead of going through the trail that Andrew Garfield's character goes through, he also walks on the street here, and this is the street that he walks down. So here on the corner of that street, as well as Edenhurst, this intersection here is where they had spray painted on the ground, Beware the Dog Killer. You can also recognize that manhole cover there. And then it's kind of faded, but on the curb we have 4100. That is the house that you see in the background as well. This is where the models come in various directions, and then Andrew Garfield's character walks right up to that manhole.
It's really creepy, huh?
As we go further down, we should end up at the exterior of the apartment. Right behind me here is where all the models came and auditioned in that middle garage there. Looks like they repainted the garage doors though, but you can recognize the staircase and the shrubbery leading up on the right, as well as the fencing and wall on the left. Made it to the apartment. This gated area is where Andrew Garfield's character comes out from. And this is what they use as the exterior of the apartment. The interior where the pool is, we're gonna have to travel to that later on today. But this is the exterior. Here's a closer look at the gate. They still have the yellow paint on the curb here. And then when we flip it around, you also see this 3 garage door house as well. Glad I got to visit this area. I got the exterior, the intersection, a couple houses. Really great spot. It is seriously so hot walking around. I always have to spend about 5 minutes just sitting in the AC just to cool off because I am dying. While I cool off though, I'm gonna talk about the next spot. Gonna go finally eat some lunch. Gonna go to this place called Toasted Bun Restaurant. This restaurant was used in Life After Beth. Made it to the restaurant, Toasted Bun. Luckily this place has its own parking lot. Don't need to do extra walking. Just behind of the Toasted Bun Restaurant, they now have all of this outdoor seating. But this is the door that they came out from. This is also the parking lot where they ran over Beth, Audrey Plaza's character. You can recognize the buildings in the background, but this is that parking lot where all the craziness happened. Alright, so currently inside of the restaurant. I'm not in the actual booth that the 2 characters sat in, but you do recognize the wall accents here. They did also change the color of the seating. I don't know if you can see it, hang on. So the seats are now this greenish color rather than the red. They also updated the color of the big tiles here. I also noticed that they updated the light fixtures as well.
So sorry about Beth, by the way. Your mom talked to my mom about it.
The food came out in record time. I ended up ordering the huevos a la diabla. Supposed to be spicy green salsa. Of course, I decided to get spicy food on the hottest day possible. I guess I really want to sweat today. Alright, just finished lunch. I'm super full. I thought the food was right. It wasn't spicy at all. I was expecting it to be super spicy. The salsa was more acidic than spicy, which I still enjoyed. I don't know if I would need to come back here and try the food. They did have a toasted bun omelet, which I probably should have gotten since the name of the restaurant is in it. Maybe if I do come back, I'll try that. Anyways, time to continue our filming locations journey. Every time I think I'm doing good on time and that I'm ahead of schedule, I always get hit with these hikes. I'm currently at the old LA Zoo. This place is super packed. A lot of people having parties, which is good to see, but dang, it's crazy busy. In one of these caves, I gotta figure out which one. Andrew Garfield's character was held hostage by the homeless king. It's so crazy how this is just kind of open and abandoned. So this looks similar to the one that Andrew Garfield was in. Not exactly the one though. Gotta keep looking. This might actually be the one here. I think I found it. I know the entrance is further in, similar to this one, and then you can see the staircase and that doorway leading up.
What happened to that man and those girls?
Right over here is where Andrew Garfield's character would have sat with the homeless king. It's so cool being in here. Let me get up in there. This is honestly a super tiny enclosure. Like, it sucks for whatever animal was in here when the zoo was open. Let me take the camera in here, go up these stairs to the doorway, and we got more stairs. So for those of you that are trying to find this location, next to this fencing area, there's this main one with the 3 openings, and it's going to be the one right next to it. Actually, since I'm here, let's go check out the one with the 3. This is actually a pretty decent size enclosure. Probably one of the bigger animals was in here, or hopefully. Anyways, going back. So yeah, just to the left of the one with the 3 is the entrance to the prison cell. There it is. Gotta sit and enjoy the AC for a bit. Anyways, the next place I'm super excited for. Gotta do a quick outfit change, which probably is for the best because I'm sweating so much through this shirt. So this is the new shirt that I swapped into. I got my googly eye A24 logo on. So you guys may already know where I'm at. That's right, everybody. I am at the laundromat from Everything Everywhere All at Once. I can't believe I'm here. It's also crazy because in the movie, the family lived in the laundromat, so they edited a big apartment complex in the back. But as you can see in real life, it's just a laundromat. This is what it looks like inside. It's so cool. Let's go towards the door where the employees came in and out of. Oh, I actually see a googly eye on there. This is really cool too. They have pictures, Ki Kwan. This is them shooting the movie. I totally need to buy this bag. It actually says EEAAO Laundromat and it has the googly eye on it. $10, totally buying that. So this is a door that everyone came in and out of that led up to their apartment complex. Again, so cool that they have the googly eye on there.
I only cook enough food for 3 people. Now I'll have to cook more.
Right over here is the TV, and then they had a whole bunch of laundry just stacked up on all of these washers. This is also the corner in the movie. They had the googly eyes on these washers.
You are very lucky. 你知不知道啊？你老妈对你交女朋友已经很 open 了。
At the entrance, this is where Jenny Slate character was. Oh, got another picture here. This is them winning Best Picture at the Oscars.
That's not what I said when I said I wanted to.
Ooh, 大鼻子. How can I help you?
Hold on, I can't hear you. Just hold on.
It's so fun. I love all the googly eyes hidden around. I kind of want that shirt too. Dang it, I'm gonna have to buy that shirt as well as the laundry bag. This is also the vent that you see in the movie. Evelyn tries to call to the family up there.
Women, customers need you.
Got myself the laundry bag. Unfortunately, they were sold out of the shirt. But so cool, I got the blue one. Hard to see, I'll open it up later, but it has everything everywhere all at once on it. Got the laundromat behind me. And then this is what the bag looks like. They didn't have the green one, but I kind of like the blue better. I'm really glad I bought this magnetic mount for my camera. But here we have it, the coin laundry, one last look. My everything everywhere all at once shirt on, the googly eyes. This is so cool. Our next spot brings us to another neighborhood. This is the cross streets here. Maria or Marilla and Melvin. But just to the left of us is Zach's house from Life After Beth. Let's do a walk by. You may recognize the doors and the columns there. This neighborhood is way too quiet, and all of these homes are really nice. I'm gonna cross the street, try to get a closer look at the house itself, get a closer look at the doorway as well as the columns. All right, this is the house here, the garage. But like I said, take note of the doorway, the front door. There's the doorway, the two pillars on each side. What's interesting is that Zach's house here is pretty far from Beth's house. I'm gonna have to do a bit of a drive to get to that next location. Forgot to change back into my regular shirt. Anyways, about 30 minutes later, we're finally in Beth's neighborhood. First, I'm gonna show you the house towards the end of the movie. You can kind of see the top there, but this is the house used at the end of the movie. Yeah, unfortunately can't get too close to that one. All of these houses are huge, and all of them are gated. All these people have money. Anyways, now I'm gonna walk over to the next block, and this is where Beth's house should be. So look at this house. It is massive. I'm telling you, all these homes are huge and very well gated. I don't know if we'll be able to see Beth's house. Just gonna do a quick walk by. Oh no, that house is recording me. Just doing a little walk. There's the green door and the roof.
No, stop! Stop! They still ate the brains out of your cranium, Zach!
I'm being recorded by that super fancy mansion. But yeah, right behind me is Beth's house. This next spot should be where Zach was being followed by the security car. This neighborhood also doesn't have any sidewalks, which means that they probably don't want people walking around. Right over here is the intersection where the two cars were coming down. You may recognize that mailbox right over there. And then the Margate Street sign. Oh boy, I am dying, struggling. I may need another coffee. I think we got 2 more places scheduled for today. Still got a ton more in the next 2 days, but as for today, just 2 more. The next spot though, I'm really worried I might not be able to get into. Hopefully I can find parking, and then second, hopefully I'm able to get into this place. We'll see. So for miracle number 1, I managed to find a parking spot. I'm currently at this place called Holiday Manor. This is actually where the apartment complex is. Like I said, not sure if I'm going to be able to get in. I really want to get a shot of the pool. That's the main goal here. All of this area should look similar to the exterior of the apartment. It's crazy they use so many different locations for the exterior of the apartment. I can't believe I'm able to walk this close, but there it is. It's the pool from the movie. This is so cool. Absolute miracle that I was able to find parking and just walk up to the pool like that. So crazy. All right, we got 1 more filming location spot to go. It's my dinner reservation, so it's not until 8:30, so I got about 3 hours to kill. I'm thinking about heading over to Universal Studios, check out City Walk, And then after that, head over to Hollywood Boulevard. Might go to Amoeba, see what kind of A24 stuff they got. Actually, I just remembered, also on Hollywood Boulevard, they have the Oasis pop-up shop. So maybe I should try get into that today. I forgot Universal currently has Halloween Horror Nights going on, which is why it's super busy. Dang it, I should have just gone straight to Hollywood Boulevard, but I was so close. Super crazy, but I finally found a spot here at Universal. Normally, parking after 5 p.m. is $10, but because of Halloween Horror Nights, it's the normal price of $35. So I paid $35 just to park my car here. I feel like I have to buy something now at City Walk. And I'm also thinking about just keeping my car here. The parking is available till 3 a.m. and I might just take the metro down to Hollywood Boulevard instead. That way I'm not paying for parking out there, because for sure I'll have to pay for parking out in Hollywood Boulevard. $35 though, so crazy. All right, store number one, gonna check out the Super Nintendo World store. We're lucky enough to go to Universal Japan last year. I haven't been to Nintendo World here in the States. Look at it. It's massive. No way I'm able to take that on the plane. I kind of like this jacket. Yoshi's my favorite Nintendo character. So I'm loving all of this Yoshi merchandise. I like this little pass holder. That's cool, you can put your park ticket in the back. Alright, now for the fun part. We're in the main store. As you can see, it's super crazy in here. A lot of Halloween Horror Night stuff. Look at this Megan popcorn bucket. I really like this Bloody Hollywood sweater. Well, it's a little difficult to see with the glare, but these guys are super fun. I really want the Creature from the Black Lagoon one. $24 though. I found something that I might actually need to buy. I might need this Jurassic Park popcorn bucket. Also, this Jaws one is really cool. Alright, we had to do a quick outfit change just because my dinner reservations is at a somewhat nice place. I decided to dress a little nicer instead of my sweaty A24 clothes. Also, I'm thinking about coming back since I'm leaving my car here. Still gonna think about whether or not I should buy that popcorn bucket or see what other merchandise there is. I now have to figure out where the actual metro station is. I was not expecting this. Apparently there's a shuttle that'll take me down to the metro station. I was worried I was gonna have to do another hike. This is so much better. Good news, we survived the metro. Dropped us off right in front of the Pantages. And just to the right, we got the Oasis pop-up store. Hopefully I'm able to get in. We'll see. So the line is currently wrapped around the corner here. I'm worried they're not gonna have anything left. Also a great location because right across the street is Amoeba.
30, okay, so we have 36 so far. Alright. These exits are back, once you're done, thank you.
We got the bucket hats here. Tempted, but I know I don't match in them. Alright, just finished at the Oasis pop-up. Didn't spend too much, I just bought a shirt and then a pin, but that still ended up being $70. The guy next to me, his total came out to over $700. Bought every single shirt in there, it's crazy. This is the shirt I ended up buying. I got the cigarettes and alcohol one. This is my favorite song other than the main three, so I had to get this one. And then this is what the pin looks like. I still have some time before my dinner reservation, so gonna pop into Amoeba. I'm gonna try look for soundtracks though, see what kind of A24 stuff they got. Super lucky find here. Got Free Fire on CD for $3. Definitely getting this. They also have The Brutalist on CD. $20 though. I still need to get it on vinyl. Let's see if they have that here. Alright, I just went through the entire soundtrack section of CDs. Of course, I found Free Fire, but then I also found Slow S for $14. Pretty pricey. I don't know why it's limited edition, but I'm gonna get these two for sure. Alright, round two. We're in the vinyl section though this time. Gonna start digging through all of these bins, see what we can find. They have Maxine, as well as The Brutalist. Darn it, both of which I don't have. I feel like Maxine is sold out on A24 shop as well. Alright, leaving Amoeba. Luckily for my wallet, I'm just way too exhausted to actually go digging through all of the records. Ended up just getting the Maxine vinyl and then the 2 CDs. I still have some time. I'm really hoping they're able to just take me early for my dinner reservation because I'm struggling here. So tired. I should probably point out in film that I'm currently walking down Hollywood Boulevard, so we got all the stars here. But also I'm trying to not film too much here because this is not the best area to be walking around. Finally made it to my last filming location spot. We're at Musso and Frank's Grill. This is featured in Charles Swan. Alright, so it looks like they changed the signage, but you can recognize the main entrance, that green exterior, as well as this left turn sign on the road, and then that palm tree right in the middle of that wall. Made it inside the restaurant. Not gonna be filming myself because it's super embarrassing. They made me take off my hat. This place is way too fancy for me. My hair is such a mess after all of that hiking and the heat. But to start off, we got the bread. Love the fancy butter. I don't know if it's because I haven't eaten anything in a while, but that might be some of the best butter I've ever had. My dinner has arrived. This is way too much food. I got the 12-ounce New York strip, and then also this potato thing. It's potatoes with caramelized onions. This is so much food. We'll see how much of this I can actually eat. Had to just skip through the rest of the night. I was dying. Anyways, it is now day 2. We have a few filming location spots that I want to hit before heading over to Pasadena where the concert's going to be held at. I forgot I was going to show off the things that I got at the restaurant last night. I'll show that once I move to my second hotel. But speaking of the restaurant, that place was way too fancy for me. I'm glad I decided to change. Like I mentioned earlier, they made me take off my hat and I was such a mess under there. So I was trying to avoid contact with everybody and trying to eat as fast as possible so no one had to look at me for any longer. But the food there was great. The steak was cooked perfectly. That potato thing that I got, actually this potato thing that I got, I still have so many leftovers. I'm not even joking. I think this is the best potatoes I've ever had. This thing is so good. The potatoes mixed with the caramelized onions. If you ever go to Musso and Frank's, I highly recommend getting this as a side. I'm glad I still have leftovers and breakfast for this morning. Because it was a fancy restaurant, the service was amazing. I wish I got my waiter's name, but he was incredible and went above and beyond. In the movie Swan, there's a scene where he's at the bar and he gets a cocktail napkin that has the logo on it. Because I was dining in the booth and not at the bar, I had a cloth napkin. So I asked the waiter if he had any one of those cocktail napkins because I totally wanted it to add to my A24 collection. I guess I'll wait and show you everything that I got, but so much cool stuff. Alright, I do have some time to kill this morning. Just like how I went to Universal yesterday, today I'm here at downtown Disney. We'll see how much parking will cost me. It's pretty cool. We got some Halloween decorations. We got Goofy right over there. Alright, my wife wanted me to do this. This is the pumpkin hunt here at downtown Disney, and you get this mini cornhole as a prize. Alright, I don't want to spend too much time here in downtown Disney, but I basically got to find pumpkins hidden throughout the entire downtown Disney district. I'm just going to speed run through this. Pumpkin number 1, just above Din Tai Fung, we have the Baymax pumpkin. Pumpkin number 2, right by the Parkside Market sign, we have Donald. Alright, number 3, struggled to find this one. We got BB-8 pumpkin up there. Pumpkin number 4, just above the Lego store, we have the Pinocchio pumpkin. Oh, this one was tricky. They have it inside the store. We have the pumpkin for Daisy. I'm not finding the one for Paseo yet, but just to the left we have Minnie right over there. Here in the Wonderground Gallery, we have the Mrs. Potts pumpkin. We got the Moana one. Right at the main entrance to World of Disney, we found the Mickey pumpkin. Looks like I found the one for Curl Surf. We have Goofy on top. Took me forever, but finally found the one for Paseo. It's hidden way up here. I don't even know if you can see it, but it's Pluto. I was also struggling to find the one for Beignets Express, but that was because I was walking really close to the building. If I stand super far back, you can see it way on the top there. The Tiana pumpkin. Last one that I have to find is the Earl of Sandwich West Side. Well, I'm glad I found it. We have both Lilo and Stitch amongst the stack of pumpkins here. And there we have it, the completed Pumpkin Pursuit of 2025. So after completing the Pumpkin Pursuit, I ended up getting the Stitch cornhole. That's what it looks like there. Anyways, I'm currently in downtown LA. Got my MW hat on and my same A24 shirt. I'm wearing the same clothes just for continuity purposes. I'm not sure if I'm going to split these up into multiple videos. I really need to wash this thing. It's so sweaty. Anyways, I'm here in downtown LA right now. Not the nicest place, so not too sure how often I'll be whipping out the camera. Alright, the first place I'm visiting here is the Last Bookstore. This was also featured in Under the Silver Lake. This is where Andrew Garfield's character went to go pick up the books.
Do you know who writes that?
Yeah, local guy. Strange but nice.
You may recognize this front cashier area with all these books. Also the mammoth there on the wall. Also from this angle you can see all of the books up here as well. The guy in the movie was also wearing this shirt, so I might have to buy it.
Okay, sure. But I don't need your $5.
Looks like they had my size of the shirt, which is good, so definitely getting this. Also, there's a ton of movies and records here. Could be dangerous. Just gonna do a quick pass through to see if anything pops out at me. I ended up only buying the shirt. I realized it's a little different. This one's not colored in like how it was in the movie. This next spot that we're at is the Delphi Hotel. This is where they had the party. They were all up on the rooftop. You can see the rooftop. Probably won't be able to get up there. That's where they had the pool and whatnot. I'm don't know if I can get a good angle, but you do recognize this building here and then that one in the back. Also, I've never used one of these Lime scooters, and I'm tempted to do that just to get me back to my car. It's another super hot day, and I would love to not have to walk again today. Darn it, I just looked at the sign. Looks like they're redoing the whole top pool area. Although it kind of looks similar. It's unfortunate they're redoing the whole thing, so it won't be as accurate to the movie. I think that is everything I needed to do here in downtown LA area. So yeah, let me try and ride that Lime scooter. Hopefully I don't fall. This is so much better than walking. Should have done this earlier. Our next filming location spot brought us up this super steep hill, but also with a beautiful view of downtown LA. The street that I'm on is called White Knoll Drive, and what I'm trying to find is where Andrew Garfield's character walked up this hill and met his friend Topher Grace. From what I read, the house no longer exists, but I'm still trying to get that vantage point from where his character would have came up. I think it might be right over here. This house here with the wooden fence, you can see that in the shot. And I think this is the telephone pole that you also see. We now made it to Echo Park. This place is beautiful. Love the giant fountains and the swan boats. You see both of those in the movie. I actually need to get across the street where those swan boats are, but there was no parking there, so gotta do another hike. I really want to rent one of those swan boats. I don't want to do it by myself, even though Andrew Garfield's character did it by himself. I wish my wife was here. Let's get a closer shot here of the fountain again and the swan boats. Getting closer to my destination. Unfortunately, there's a car parked where Andrew Garfield parked. I'm pretty sure this is a spot. Right over here is the light post. And then you can recognize this building on the right. Although they repainted it, you can recognize that little balcony ledge. And then this set of windows here. Right over here is the area where the girls walked in. You can recognize the sign right over here, and then all of the pillars and the red roof. It's a little tricky because they have a whole bunch of vendors out right now, but you can recognize the church here. You can see the cross on top. So this would have been the hill that Andrew Garfield's character ran down. Here's a maybe different view. As you can see, the trees have definitely grown, and then they repainted that building in the back. They definitely added a ton more boats here. It looks like they only have the swan ones, whereas in the movie they had these yellow ones. But this is the same shot. They still have the overhang or awning there. Next, I'm trying to figure out exactly which tree Andrew Garfield stood behind. It's gonna be one of these. It might actually be this one here. It's hard. They all look the same. Actually, this has got to be it. He stood behind this tree. They no longer have the sign on that tree, but this has to be the tree that he stood behind. Yeah, this has to be it, because you can see the 4 trees in the background. And then this is the main tree that he would have stood behind. Here's a look at the prices for next time when my wife does come. It's $13 per adult per hour. I feel like that's pretty good. The last place that I'm trying to find here is that boat ramp where they met the pirate man. I feel like it has to be across the street somewhere, because I do like the rock work along the water here, and then it switches over to a wall. Unless they got rid of the ramp? Where could it be? I am such a fool. I think I found it. This is actually where I started this part of the video, because I parked over there and then walked down here, showing off the lake when the ramp was right in front of me. Everything's lining up. We got the rock work along the water, and of course the ramp, which then turns into this sort of different material for the edge. So the pirate man would have been here and then ran that way. Check out this view. I actually have to head a little further down to where the filming location spot actually was, but I had to admire the view up here. This is the Silver Lake. I think I'm pretty content with just filming this from my car because it's way too hot outside. But this general area would have been where the 2 characters walked late at night, and then they climbed the fence to go swimming in the reservoir.
So what do you think it all means?
Not sure yet.
Honestly, if it was a little cooler, I'd probably walk around and try and line up the buildings in the back. But like I said, this is good enough. We're now at our final location for today. Then I'm gonna head off over to Pasadena, check into my hotel, hopefully rest up before the concert. But anyways, we are here at the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. This place is massive. Honestly, this might take a while to find all the spots that I want to find. We got a Stanley piano right up front. I must say, all of these gravestones are beautiful. I guess I got kind of lucky. I found the first spot. This mausoleum here was used as the exterior for the party scene. Once again though, they use a different interior. I'll go try and find that one later. But really cool exterior. It's also pretty eerie in here, so I don't want to spend too much time in here. Also, I think I'm getting sunburnt. Our next location is this giant white building. This is where they projected the movie on.
Can I get one?
No. Also, from what I've seen online, I think they actually do still play movies here. Right across where they played the movie, we have the Hitchcock tombstone. Not Alfred Hitchcock, though. Go!
Bye! Nice meeting you!
Alright, I found the Cathedral Mausoleum. Now this was used as the interior for the party and bar scene. As we go in, you may recognize the statues here.
Thank you everyone for coming.
So right over here would have been the path that Andrew Garfield's character walked. First under this arch, you see the two statues there, and then when we make a left, this is where the stage would have been. Again, the two statues on either side. Now right over here is where the bar area would have been, because if we flip the camera around, you see the word Ferris under that arch.
That there's a message in the music.
Alright, since I'm here, I also have to say hello to A24 alum Burt Reynolds. It's crazy his last movie was an A24 film. I must say he has quite the view. Also, right over here we have Janet Gaynor. Interesting that they used a different tombstone in the movie. But this is it because the dates line up. She's located somewhat near Burt Reynolds. Also, great view as well. Just made it to my hotel, however, my room isn't ready yet. So right now I'm gonna go find some food, desperately need food. I haven't had food since the potatoes this morning. Here in Pasadena, there's a theater called, looks like Playhouse. They're playing Highest to Lowest. I think I'm gonna try and eat here at this 9-to-9 Thai kitchen place. Just finished eating lunch, I'm so full. That was really good though. Nice level of spice, nothing too crazy, nothing too overbearing, which is a good thing because I had to sit outside in the hot sun. Alright, skipping ahead now, time for the Oasis concert. I'm pretty sure I just heard them say they're out of the Adidas merch, which is unfortunate because that's what I really wanted. After waiting in this line, I feel like I gotta get something. I don't know what though. I ended up getting this shirt because on the back it has all of the tour dates.
This is not the thrill. I repeat, this is not the thrill.
For the you beautiful people, Champagne Supernova, look after yourself. Someday you will find me come beneath the landslide in the Champagne Supernova in the sky.
Currently 10:50. Let's see how long it takes to get back to the hotel. I'm gonna risk it and try and walk far out from the stadium. I know a lot of people walked in, so I'm gonna try to walk out. Maybe catch an Uber or live somewhere else. So far, I think walking is the move. If I caught an Uber at the stadium, I'd still be stuck in this traffic here. I really don't think there's gonna be any opening for me to catch an Uber or Lyft. Might just do the full 3 miles. Also, I'm not the only one doing the walk, so I can't give up just yet. Alright, just check the map. under a mile to go. I feel like I'm just gonna walk at this point. Alright, and we've officially made it to the hotel. It's 11:53, so just over an hour and 3 minutes, which is not bad. Honestly, my goal is to get back before midnight. Can't believe I did it, all while walking. It is now officially day 3. What an amazing concert last night. I had a lot of fun. Coming back to the hotel was brutal, but I think I did make the right choice of just walking all the way back. Apparently there were some shuttles, but I saw online people were waiting about an hour to even get on the shuttle. Also, I'm not even sure where the shuttle would have dropped me off. I still would have had to walk anyway. But yeah, with all this walking the past couple of days, my body is killing me. My legs are in so much pain. Anyways, as promised, I forgot to show this yesterday, all of the things that I got from Musso and Frank's. So the main thing that I did want was these napkins here with the logo on it. This was actually seen in the movie, Charles Swan.
Alex, what is wrong with this picture? There you go, my man.
My waiter gave me like 3 of these. He also gave me a couple of these postcards. Really cool. I guess this is what it looked like when it first opened. I also got a couple of these drink stirs. It has Musso and Frank on top, and then their address and phone number. I also got a copy of the dessert menu. My wife will be disappointed that I didn't order any desserts, but that was just so much food. What's cool is that these menus are date stamped. Also, of course, we have to have the main menu. Again, also date stamped up here. Looks like it's gonna be another really hot day today. Alright, continuing on our filming locations. Don't know how to pronounce the name of this restaurant, but this is where Mid-90s was filmed. Food has been ordered, and while I wait, this is the table where all of the kids sat, and then they skateboarded in front of the restaurant here, and then they encountered Lucas Hedges. This is where they were getting into it. You can recognize the rock work on this building as he walks by all defeated. Holy cow, this food is massive. Look at the size of the burrito. I got the burrito mojado with carne asada. Also came with a free drink. Of course, I had to get horchata. Oh, this looks so good. I'm so hungry. Whew, I'm so full. There's a ton of things on their menu, so I don't know if I would necessarily need to get that again, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. Really filled me up. I forgot to mention the horchata is really good, especially since it's so hot out again. Anyways, the next filming location spot just down the street here is where the skate shop was filmed. It's not an actual skate shop. I think they just rented out that space and then dressed it up, but we'll try and see if we can recognize the exterior as well as the surrounding stores. All right, we made it. Right where it says 5849, that's where the skate shop was located.
I love you, mature women, though.
I'm probably gonna try and cross the street, but you do recognize this sign here as well as the exterior of this building.
Mom, stop! Please! Mom, please!
Before I cross the street, let me just loop around the back to see if the back of the shop is still the same. The back here would have been where all the kids were skating. This is so crazy. I think it's actually the same. You can see the same paint color, the windows and the doors. Let's walk by. Here we have it. This is the actual parking lot where the kids skated. I wish I brought my skateboard. This would have been so fun to skate around. I'm gonna try walk a little closer. Oh yeah, this is so cool. All right, there we have it. The backside of the skate shop. I now made my way across the street. Once again, 5849. That's where the skate shop would have been. And then you can recognize a few of the other exteriors and facades of the buildings just to the right and left of it. Right over here is where Sonny's character would have stopped. You recognize the bars on the right. And then you can also recognize Bradshaw Avenue, as well as this parrot. See, his character would have rode his bike, stopped here, and then observed the kids on the other side of the street. One last look at the skate shop, and then of course the beauty salon sign. So cool being here. Our next filming location brings us to Sunset. When Andrew Garfield's character was driving around town, they briefly panned by Intelligentsia. You can see the coffee shop right over there. I'm gonna cross the street because I wanna get a shot of this Sunset Junction. To the left of the coffee shop, right above this store, it says, "Nice to see you, Silver Lake." But yeah, on the right of it, this is the sign that I wanted to take a picture of. Welcome to Silver Lake Sunset Junction. What's cool about this sign is that they use the design in the end credits. Made it to our next filming location spot, back to film number 1, Charles Swan. I'm currently at the house where they use as the exterior for Charles's house.
Focus, keep it on the steam road.
After this house, we'll go to the house that was used as the interior. Apparently that was, or maybe still is, Roman Coppola's house. All of the interior scenes were shot in his house. You recognize the address of 2047. You can recognize the exterior wall here, as well as the door or the gate area leading up the steps. There it is, the exterior of the house. And then of course we have the garage door. I'm gonna do another pass on my way down. Heading back down once again. Here's the house, the garage door, and then the steps. 2047. Gonna be really quick about this one, but on the right here, 6740 is the house that they use all the interior shots of. Potentially Roman Coppola still lives here, but that is a house. I wish I could go in and see all the interior. Alright, that was quick. Time to leave. Adding another movie to the mix now, just because I have some free time and I was kind of in the area. I'm going to be showing you a filming location from Bling Ring. So unfortunately, I don't have the kind of money that the Bling Ring kids had, so just going to be doing some walking around, show off the place. Can't do any shopping. So after making some money, the kids all went to this shop called Kitson. There is the front of the store. It says 50 to 70% off. Maybe I might be able to afford something in there. We'll see. That was a pretty interesting store, I would say. Nothing I needed, and also I don't have money like the Bling Ring kids, so didn't end up buying anything in there. I've officially made it to my final filming location spot for the trip. I'm currently at the West LA Courthouse. This is where all the kids skateboarded. I'm hoping it's not too crowded so I actually can film. I did see a few skateboarders already. It's so cool that people actually skate here and they use this for the movie. The main place I want to go to is on the right. Looks like they repainted it, but you'll definitely recognize the structure here. Alright, when you stand from back here, you can definitely recognize the structure. As I said, they repainted it. But this whole area is so cool. People skating. This was all used in mid-90s. Alright everybody, and with that, I have officially completed my filming locations tour here in California. There's still probably a ton of places here in California that I haven't visited yet, so if you know any, please place them in the comments down below. And now we're back home. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video because I had a lot of fun making it. Hopefully I can do more videos like this in the future. Anyways, please subscribe to my YouTube channel down below, and I'll see you all next Thursday for the next video.